I'm here at Universal Studios for the premiere of Nanny McPhee. But before we get into this movie excitement, yesterday I got to sit down and talk with the star of the film, Emma Thompson. To meet you.
Thank you, and thanks for coming.
Well, I had to come.
Did you meet the children?
No, I have not. You're the first
could see
one.
them? Okay.
Yeah. No, is there something wrong with me? Because I was strangely attracted to Nanny McPhee.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with you, because you sort of know that somewhere along the line, underneath all that,
Yeah.
there's
Well, I was hoping, but
Yeah. Maybe there is something wrong with you, actually.
Well, explain to me.
Is that the time? Yeah, what? Yeah, go on.
Explain to me why, though, we slowly did get to see features, more attractive features appear to Nanny as the kids behaved more.
I can't explain it. I mean, it's an idea about perception. And, I mean, in Norway, they have this wonderful proverb, which is, that which is loved is always beautiful. And I think part of it is that as the children grow to love her, that's what changes her appearance. That actually you can meet someone who's very, very ugly and think that your first thought is that's a very ugly person. And then at the end of the meeting, if that person is beautiful within, you leave thinking they're the most beautiful person you've ever seen. That ugliness is neither here nor there, actually. And so the film's partly about that. It's partly about how we perceive each other. What do we see and why do we see it?
As I was staring and obsessing over the tooth, I just wanted to snap it. I'm staring at you have glitter all over your face, and I'm like, does the glitter slowly go away as more and more people come in here or something? I was just like...
No, probably more comes
Oh,
on.
is that what it is?
It's coming off my halo.
Yeah. No, you were a huge writer on this, and I know that you've done some writing in the past. And there was something, wrote something with Pride and Prejudice that I wanted to ask you, because you got credited, but not really, or something. But what was going on with that?
Oh, no, I just kind of helped out on
Okay.
that movie, and they were kind enough to put a thing on the end. I just stickered with it.
So as a writer on this project, though, are you a stickler for your words? Do you...
Totally, yeah. I mean,
Really?
it took me 7 years to write this,
Yeah.
on and off. I mean, I don't write all the time,
Yeah.
but I wrote for a long, long time. And it took a long time to find the story and to find the tone. Because we had the basic idea, but then it was like, why are these kids being naughty? And each lesson's got to count for something, and where do they get to then? And then how do we move the story on? And how do we make it funny and also sad and passionate as well? And it was a pig, I have to tell you. Yeah, it was much more difficult than Sense and Sensibility.
Which I love that project.
But that's a very clear line, it's a romantic drama. And this is for everyone. So it's much more complicated in a way.
But if somebody was reciting a line like Colin or something, and he changes the line a bit, does it irk you a bit, or does it,
It depends.
Oh, really?
It depends. I mean, sometimes, because I've taken a long time over the script,
Right.
and people have agreed to do it because they like the script, they will tend to do what I've written. And certainly no one would change a line without asking me. And then they would say, listen, can I say this because it makes more sense because blah.
Right.
And I will either say yes, or no, get out of my sight, I never want to speak to you again.
And finally, which is good, because you have the power.
Yeah.
With kids, though,
'Cause I'm a Nazi,
family
actually.
movies. I think it's so important that people make movies like this, because we see
That's
so much
so
trash out there.
important.
Do you feel, was that like a...
It is like a sort of crusade for me, because I am so fed up with not being able to watch stuff with my child and just thinking, oh, this is boring, or that's a bit off colour, and oh, what's all this noise and these CGI effects things? Well, why aren't people actually talking to each other? I want to see people acting together. Why do you think that children don't have an attention span? They do. Why do you think they don't want a really interesting, complicated story about human life? They do. They do. I have watched cinemas full of children who don't necessarily have the kind of background that would lead them into being able to concentrate for an hour and a half. And they sit there pinned like butterflies to their seats because they're so interested in what is going on, because they're watching people looking at each other in the eye, not looking at a green screen and going, and pretending. They're watching actual interaction of people. And it's so true. We need to encourage people to write things that everyone can go and see and enjoy together and talk about afterwards, because actually the themes inside them are not designed merely to sort of please the top shallow level of either an adult's mind or a child's mind, because our minds are deeply layered, complicated things, and we can take it.
I thank you so much. And
I
there
thank
is
you
more
for your
glitter on your
question.
face when I